Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I'm super excited. I get to share with you the Spellbinders Card Kit of the month for March 2020. This month's kit is called Hoppy, Feelin' Hoppy, and it's super cute. If you haven't guessed, it's about Easter, and so I'm super excited I get to share it with you today. So let's take a look. Starting off with the content sheet, there's 3 inspirational projects on the front, plus the contents, and then on the reverse side, one of those projects, there's a step-by-step tutorial on how to create that card in the middle. So that's nice to have on hand and extra inspiration for you guys. Now we're going to take a look at the cardstock sheets. This month you get a gold double-sided sheet. It's 8.5 by 11, and then you get 8 colored sheets of cardstock. This is your gold. It's nice that it's double-sided too. And then your colored cardstock sheets are 8.5 by 11. You get a gray, you get purple, you also get a real bright yellow, you get a nice colored orange, you get a pale green, you get a bright green, and then you also get a real pretty pink and a white. So that's your kind of color palette. Nice bright springy colors. Okay, as always, you get 10 envelopes. They're A2 in size, along with 10 pre-scored and folded, side-folded card bases. These are the card bases that I use to create my 10 cards. Next up, you have a 6x6 paper pad, and this paper pad is called Feelin' Hoppy, and you get 40 sheets in here. They're single-sided, and a lot of fun patterns, and I appreciate that there's 2 tones in here along with multicolored patterns. But you get a gingham print, you get this floral 2-tone, you get bicycles, which are nice and springy, you get little bunnies, polka dots. Some of them have gold accents to them, like this floral page. That's real pretty. You also get more bunnies and stripes. You get some banners, some scallops, multi-patterned, just fun patterns. And you get 2 of each pattern, which is super nice. There's some carrots on there, more 2-tone, and then it just repeats itself. So 20 different patterns, 2 of each pattern, 40 in total. Nice size paper pad there. And this one is a card kit extra, guys. If you not a fan of the kit, you can get the paper pad sold separately. Also sold separately is this, or no, I'm sorry. This is not a card kit add-on this month, but this is our stamp set, and it is adorable. It's all about Easter. You can see the bunnies and the eggs, and you also get the little carrot and the Easter sentiments. This month you get a sticker pad. You get sentiments, 3D stickers on the very front. Mine were upside down, so I flipped them over. And then on the back page, you get some Easter bunnies and Easter eggs. You get Easter sentiments, butterflies, and hearts. So it doesn't just have to be for Easter. There's your Easter pack. Okay, next up, I get to share with you the gems. The gems are really pretty, guys. They're called Gold Flake Gemstones. And I had a few that were trying to run away. But no worries, they're sure I could just peel them off and stick them back on that plastic. But those are a card kit extra too, guys. Okay, next we get the die cut pack, which is also a card kit extra. When I say card kit extra, I mean that it's sold outside the kit. So again, if you're not a fan of the kit, there's a few items this month that can be purchased outside of the kit without a kit subscription. So that makes it great. Let's take a look. I zoomed in a little bit here and made a little room. This month you get 2 of each of the die cut pieces, and these are cute little bunnies. And then you get some eggs, and most all of these have gold accents to them, which make them real pretty. You get a few butterflies and bows and tickets. Now I'm going to speed it up so we can go through this, because there's lots and lots of die cuts. But of course you get eggs. Now this piece, you get 2 of them, and it cuts out a real pretty doily. I didn't cut all the little, or punch all the little pieces out, but it sure was pretty. Get a little Easter basket, more florals and greenery, little note pages, little hearts. And you can see all the colors coordinate perfectly with your stickers and your pattern paper and your cardstock. A lot of Easter sentiments in there, but there's some sentiments that don't have to be Easter. And In fact, following this video, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did create 10 cards with this kit. It'll be right after the end of this video. If you guys want to click on that, I'll share with you what I created with the kit. So that is your die cut pack. Lots and lots, huh? Okay, of course you always get your foam adhesive and then your double-sided adhesive. And then we're going to take a look at the dies. This month there's 9 dies in total. And then, oh, I'm sorry, 8 dies, guys. And this is what the dies look like. I already chose my pattern paper using the colored cardstock in this month's kit to cut out all of my images. We're going to put it together during the unboxing. It saves me a little bit of time. And then the element that I create, I'm going to use on one of my 10 cards. So we're going to start off by die cutting out the sentiment dies. This one says hip hop and hooray. Hip hop hooray. So that's a cute little sentiment, nice and fun. And it's interchangeable too. Like you could use the hooray for birthday cards, which is really nice. But I used the orange cardstock, and it's a good size for cards too. So that's what your sentiments look like, and then I die cut the rest of it out also. I used the outline frame that we have this month, and I kept the inside piece. I used gold cardstock. The greenery piece here has the same pattern as your oval frame, which is so nice. You just line up the holes, and I'm making sure that it's centered, and add your glue, and then your greenery fits beautifully behind your frame. Or if you want to put it in front, you could too. Now, I added a little too much glue, guys, and so it's really easy to line up. My glue actually filled in the holes, so all the holes on the bottom looked white. So I was having problem lining up my holes because of the glue. So I'd suggest maybe going a little bit easy on the glue. This top one's going to be a little bit easier because I just added glue to the very bottom. But you just line up those holes, and then I can add my little bunny ears on the very top. Isn't that adorable? I just think that's so fun, so precious. Now when you die cut out the ears, I did it with white cardstock. The centers for the ears pop out, which is really nice because you could color those in. I'm going to use my pink Copic marker to color it in. But if you wanted to re-die cut out with pink cardstock, those pieces would be pink, and you can just fill those in with colored cardstock. Now, to adhere those to the inside of my ears, it's super easy to do. I'm going to use the double-sided tape that came with the kit. I'm just going to cut off a small piece and place it behind the inside of those ears. So I'll just add that, tear it off, and then do the second one. So the back side, I'm going to keep the release paper on there, but when you flip it over, you have that tacky area. All you have to do is add those inside pieces, and then your bunny ears are complete once more. That's super easy. And I like that they're separated too. So those are your little bunny ears, so sweet. Okay, now there's also the little flowers that are in this month's die set. It cuts out a large flower, a small flower, and then the flower centers. What I'm going to do is layer the small flowers inside the large flowers, and I'm not going to use the flower centers. For the flowers inside my circle frame, I'm going to use white. And then for the flowers on the outside, I'm going to use my pink and my purple flowers here. We're going to kind of alternate flowers. And we're going to just take that one off. I didn't like the way that looked. Add a little more glue, and we'll add our purple flower. And then we'll pick up our purple one here. We're gonna switch flowers, put the purple one on top and add the pink one right below it. And I think that looks just so pretty and so springy. I'm gonna add little dots of glue to the center of each one of these flowers. And then we can add the smaller flowers inside. And you don't have to layer the smaller flowers inside. You could use those as well. Make it a very full wreath. I think that would be nice. And the nice thing too is there's a die that will cut out 2 individual leaves. So if you wanted to create a flower, not for the inside of the frame, but for another project, you have the leaves for the flowers also, which is really nice. I'm just going to fill in my last small flower here, and I think that looks so pretty. Okay, next we'll add a little glue to the individual leaves. I'm going to add a couple to the outside of my frame. We'll just do a little tucking. It's nice that there's a little stem on there too. I'm going to add a glue to the end here, and we'll tuck this one. We'll tuck it on the other purple one on the frame also. Now I die cut out my Hip Hop Hooray with the orange cardstock, and I just don't think that was the right color to die cut out my sentiment with. I couldn't make it work. I was trying, and then I didn't. The sentiment was actually a little too big to put inside my wreath. If I didn't add those flowers so high up, I think it would have fit. But so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take some white cardstock, and I'm going to die cut out the hip and the hop, and then we'll just punch those pieces out, and then I'm going to glue them on the inside. This way it fits, and then I'm happy with the color choice that I created with. I think the white just made it look a little bit softer. And then we could save this sentiment for another card. I'm going to go ahead and glue down my hip, and then glue down my hop. Now you're noticing that the frame is separate from the inside. Now I actually like that. What I'm going to do is I want to add foam adhesive, or maybe even cut out 3 more frames and layer them together to give my outside frame dimension, and then my inside I can just adhere directly to my card base. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Or if you wanted to, you could just line them up and use your double-sided tape to adhere them both together too. That way it's all one piece. But I wanted a little bit of dimension with that flower arrangement on the outside there. But that's the die this month. It's super pretty. I think you'll agree. Super fun color palette, and I'm so looking forward to creating the 10 cards with this kit. And again, the add-ons are the gold fleck gemstones, your die cut pack, and then your 6x6 paper pad. So quite a few actually of the cards that I'm making today are just with the card kit add-ons, and I'll link them down below in the description area in case you guys want to check those out. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again real soon, guys. Bye-bye.